Good morning. I'm trying to think of reasons why you should subscribe to my Patreon, watch my YouTube videos, read my blog, write my biography for me, something like that. But I've come to the conclusion that, most people, it doesn't really matter what's in the thing, right, in the blog. I can talk for ages about music and all this stuff, but you've got to have a kind of reassuring, charismatic voice. And that's where I think my strengths lie. I'd like to talk a little bit about my accent. I've got what I would call a synthetically modified Bromley accent. Now, I don't know where this comes from. My mum doesn't talk like this. My dad never talked like this. My kids don't talk like this. Ask them. They'll tell you in a much better enunciated, kind of posher sounding accent that they don't talk like this. So I'm from Bromley. I grew up in Bromley. But I think what happened to me was I went to Oxford University to do music. And I kind of came across people that were quite well spoken, shall we say. You know, there were other people there. There were a few people who went on to be famous. Michael Gove. Christ. I remember him. Anyway, there were a lot of posh people. And I had to figure out a way of justifying me being there. So I think I kind of Bromleyfied my accent a bit more. You know, I think Bromley's a bit of a nether region. You know, it doesn't really have an identity, Bromley. It's a lot of shops, shoe shops it used to be. There were a lot of shops in Bromley and a big library and a park. And actually the big library was good. I got my first listen of a Sun Ra record because of Bromley Library. I mean, God only knows why. Who in Bromley was listening to Sun Ra except me? But anyway, so I kind of went about, I suppose, constructing a bit of a persona around myself, doing music, having a slight, what my parents used to call a barrow boy accent, whatever that is. I think I slightly cultivated it. So, while I'm talking about Thelonious Monk and Japanese traditional music and pop songs and classical music, just to rejoice in the dulcet tones of an accent that you probably don't hear that much anymore. On the other hand, maybe there's a load of people like me who are trying to find their identity. Maybe that's where you'll find it. Anyway, thanks for listening.